Welcome to Ravens Over. Please subscribe to my channel. And also, if you have a story you may cover, you can email me at ravenover@yahoo.com. At the top, there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I will follow you back. Okay, let's go to the video. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting in? Body getting a fuzzy. What's going on, people?
Okay, this is the update in reference to a Philadelphia Starbucks manager no longer works at the location where the cops arrested the two black men as protests continued. Now, this is piggybacking off of yesterday's I was talking about in reference to two black men went inside the Philly Starbucks and stuff, and basically they wanted to use the bathroom, and the owner got in contact and stuff, and the owner went out as far as messages and stuff, but I'm going to tell you the story right now. Okay. The Starbucks manager who called the police on the two black men went viral and sparkled nationwide outrage was removed from the coffee house that flooded with protesters on Monday. Starbucks representative told Daily News that the manager no longer works at the store, but declined to identify that employee. The spokesperson previously told the Philadelphia Inquirer the person left the company, but later clarified it was that specific location where there is an internal review pending. Demonstrators poured into Starbucks in Philadelphia for a few days in a row, shouting down executives who tried to engage the crowd, and the store was reportedly closed on Monday afternoon. Starbucks coffee is anti-black. About 24 protesters chanted as they first filled the coffee house after 7 a.m. in the morning. A pair of Philadelphia police officers cuffed the two men last Thursday after the workers at Starbucks called 911. The men asked to use the bathroom, but were denied access because they didn't order anything and didn't leave when asked, authorities said. The Java Giant has come under fire in the incident, which is captured on the cell phone video, and the Seattle-based company apologized, having calmed furious protesters. We know that you don't have to. Excuse me. It says we know that you don't have the power to change everything. We just a figurehead, shouted out of protesters at Starbucks executive in a video carried by ABC affiliate WPVI. But we are going to get to those in power, and we're going to make sure we shut you down. By 1 p.m., a signed protest on the door said that the coffee house was temporarily closed, and we apologize for the inconvenience and continue. Starbucks didn't immediately return a request as far as comments on Monday. The police commissioner, Richard Ross, said the officers reluctantly carried out the arrest, and I tell you that the police officers did not want to make an arrest in the incident, told the WPVI. The whole thing, we just wish it didn't happen. Ross also defended the earlier remarks that the officers didn't break any rules. Here's the thing. Unless someone comes forward with something more than I know now, it doesn't appear that they did anything wrong at all. The commission said in the fact that they were really trying not to make an arrest in the case. His remarks came and the protesters carried their weekend demonstrations into the work week. We didn't want the Starbucks to make any we don't want this Starbucks to make any money today. That's our goals. Abdul Muhammad of the Black and Brown Workers Collective said outside the store. Now, Camille, the Starbucks original vice president, tried to vein and speak, but was was drowned out by demonstrators. The men whose identity has been released were later released by the district attorney office because of lack of evidence. The lawyer told that they were waiting for a third man to hold the business meeting, Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson, in Philadelphia to deal with their crisis, but hasn't met with the two men. He told ABC News, "There's a certain time when staff should call the police, but this was not one of them. It is completely inappropriate to engage the police," he said. I'll say that the circumstances around the incident and outcome of our store on Thursday was, Representative Johnson said, as far as GMA, they were wrong, and they were wrong for that. I personally apologize to the gentlemen that visit our store. Like I said before, this is just a follow-up and basically, what they were talking about in reference to the Starbucks as far as the guy. Now, reports have to say that it was said that Ben Johnson was a person of NAACP, basically a black person, but as I found out further notice, that Ben Johnson is a white man. Now, I don't know whether the person wanted to diffuse it as far as representing him as far as being a white person, but a black person, but he's white. But anyway, so still we haven't heard from the two victims as far as the two black men. That is the one I'm really waiting for. I don't want to speculate anything, but basically the CEO Ben Johnson felt as though it wasn't necessary, and a lot of protesters didn't feel as though it was necessary, and they went out and they showed out in numbers. And of course, I wanted to do a feedback on this story and stuff in reference to this ordeal. And like I said before, I still feel there's more to the story and there's more to become. So it's still to be continued. But I want to keep you updated in reference to this Philadelphia thing and these two men being arrested as far as going to the bathroom. And of course, I'm leaving feedback on this. And I want to let you know I love you. And I want to thank you for watching. Cat 3.